Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.
श्रीरामचन्द्राश्रित पारिजातः समस्त कल्याण गुणाभिरामः सीतामुखां गुरुः चञ्चरीकः निरंतर मंगल मातुनो जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम। हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम, हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम। रात रात को हे परमेश्वर हिम तुम्हें दिखलाते, आ रात रात को हे परमेश्वर प्रेम तुम्हें दिखलाते, नर नारी को प्रेम की ज्योति जग में तुम्हें जलाते, ओ नया के बनहारे, ओ नया के बनहारे, जपो में तुम रूना, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम। तुम हो दया के सागर प्रभु जी, तुम ही पालनहारे, चैन तुम्हीं से पाए लेकर मन मसाज सकारे, जो भी तुम्हारी आस लगाए, जो भी तुम्हारी आस लगाए, बने उसी के काम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम। हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम, हे दुख भंजन तुम्हें प्रणाम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम। बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन। सुख संपत्ति, जिनके कृपा सकल सुख संपत्ति, पावत जन भक्तन उर चंदन, पावत जन भक्तन उर चंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन। अवरपुरी प्रभु नित्य विराजत, अवरपुरी प्रभु नित्य विराजत, जनक सुता युद्ध दुष्ट निकंदन, जनक सुता युद्ध दुष्ट निकंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन। तीन ताप और जन्म मरण भय, तीन ताप और जन्म मरण भय, दूर करत चिन्ह में जन रंजन, दूर करत चिन्ह में जन रंजन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन। भक्त नमत चरणन में भगवन, भक्त नमत चरणन में भगवन, कृपा करे सेवक भय भंजन, कृपा करे सेवक भय भंजन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन। जो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या छो चले। जो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। बनवासी बनराज दुलारे सबसे नाता तोड़ चले। मुकमो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। चला राम का सेवक बनकर लक्ष्मण जैसा भाई। चला राम का सेवक बनकर लक्ष्मण जैसा भाई। चली जानकी बनकर अपने प्रीतम की परछाई। नर नारी पशु पंछी सबका मन अकुलाता तोर चल। हुक्मो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। जैसे बिछड़े छिन जाने पर देखा करती गाय। जैसे बिछड़े छिन जाने पर देखा करती गाय। वैसे ही रो रो कर देखे राम लचन को माया। माया ममता महल मोह में सबसे नाता तोड़ चल। मुकमो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। जो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। लक्ष्मण बिना महल है सोना सीता बिना रसोई। लक्ष्मण बिना महल है सोना सीता बिना रसोई। राम बिना है सोनी अयोध्या सारी प्रजा रोई। चोर कयो की गई गलियां तौने नाता तोड़ चले। हुक्मो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। जो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले। हो सर पे मुकुट सजे मुख पे उजाला। हाथ धनुष गले मैं पुष्पमाला। हम दास इनके ये सब के स्वामी। हम जाने हम ये अंतर्यामी। शीश झुकावो राम गुण गावो बोलो जय विष्णु की अवतारी। राम जी की निकली सवारी राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। हो राम जी की निकली सवारी राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। एक तरफ लक्ष्मण एक तरफ सीता बीच में जगत के पालन वाले, तू ही खबर क्या हो भोले भाले। एक बार देके जीना पड़ेगा, 100 बार देखो फिर जी करेगा। व्याकुल बड़े हैं कब से करे हैं, व्याकुल बड़े हैं कब से करे हैं। दर्शन की प्यासी सब नर नारी, राम जी की निकली सवारी, राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। ओ राम जी की निकली सवारी, राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। चौदह बरस का वनवास पाया, माता पिता का वचन निभाया। दुखी से हर ली रावण ने सीता, रावण को मारा लंका को जीता। तब ये आए, तब ये आए, तब ये आए, तब ये आए। जब ये दुनिया इनको पुकारी, राम जी की निकली सवारी, राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। ओ राम जी की निकली सवारी, राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। एक तरफ लक्ष्मण एक तरफ सीता, बीच में जगत के पालनहारी, राम जी की निकली सवारी, राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। राम जी की निकली सवारी, राम जी की लीला है न्यारी। हे सिया राम, हे राम रामा, राम रामा अयोध्या में आए। चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। राम रामा अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले। राम से मिले राजा राम से मिले, राम से मिले राजा राम से मिले। राम रामा अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
Aru. Aru. Tempura. Laptop. Tempura. Check 1, 2. So we say a very pleasant Sitaram to each and everyone here tonight at the Lakshminarayan Bhakti Mandali. First and foremost, on behalf of the executive members of the Lakshminarayan Bhakti Mandali, we would like to wish our devotee Johan a very happy 25th birthday. Let's give him a round of applause as he celebrates his Janamdin. May the blessings of Bhagwan be with you, and what a wonderful way to celebrate, and may Bhagwan continue to bless you throughout the year ahead. An opportunity to continue to do the wonderful job that you are doing and to grow to become a better person each and every year, of course. That's our goal, that's our objective. At this point in time, we have, of course, you would have heard beautiful singing. I would like to say a very special Citroen to members of the group and to my brother and sister. Has been a while, Daryl and Gretel Mano. Welcome to the Mandara. Officiating tonight will be none other than a very dear brother, a friend, a colleague in education, in Dharma as well. I have worked with him in 2001 at Vishnu Boys Hindu College, and throughout the years had many wonderful memories in Satsang, in education. And Pandit Navin Omadat Maharaj is indeed an exemplar to all youths of today. I am so proud that he is president of the Pandits Parishad, the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha Pandits Parishad, and of course currently vice principal at the Vishnu Boys Hindu College. To you, Pandit Navin, welcome to our humble abode. We are so glad to have you with us. Of course, we are in for a treat, I can tell you that. And let us put our hands together as we welcome to our temple Pandit Navin Omadat Maharaj.
On behalf of Johan and his beautiful family, it's my pleasure to welcome you this evening. This is Diwali time, so you know what's happening around this time. I don't have to tell you. Everybody is split in all different ways, even the city. Marker that we use to assess the direction of our lives. In fact, that's the marker. Assess the direction of our lives. Whether we need to reevaluate, reassess, change, modify, whether we are doing enough with our lives, we have made use of the goals and the ambitions that we have set for ourselves. This is what birthdays are. But there is no greater way to celebrate them than to pay reverence to our Maker. Because without the grace of God and without the blessings of the Almighty, none of us can be here. It is only His grace that allows for such. So indeed, it's a commendable way to spend one's birthday, especially at his age. At 25 years, the last thing he's studying is God. Right? You have puja and you have what's the other side of puja? PA. So we have to be thankful when you see a youth. He is a youth. When you see a youth engaging in puja, that's indeed a trendsetter. That's indeed something to be commended for. And so this evening, that's what brings us here together. So for a few moments, let me not keep you seated for very long. Instead, let me invite you to sit upright. As we clasp hands, close eyes, bow our heads. And for a few moments, in whatever way and form we know best, we develop a relationship with God. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter what form, what religion we belong to, what belief we have. The moments that we spend with Bhagwan or with our Maker, these are very precious moments. These are the moments of soul communion. This is when your soul gets to merge into oneness with your Maker, with the Supreme, with the Lord who guides us, and the Lord who gives direction to us, the Lord who grants all happiness and prosperity unto us and rescues us in our moments of difficulty. दरिद्रता को दुख मिटाने वाले हैं. He is the Lord that moves us through the most trying of moments. और जिनको ऐसे इनकी कृपा है जो हृदय में मन, काया और वचन से प्रभु राम की स्मरण करता है. In thought, word, and deed, the Lord, those who remember Him, those who think of Him, those who chant His name, blessed indeed are such souls. Those who enshrine Him in their hearts, उन परात्पर, परमात्मा, निराकार, समस्त विघ्नों विनाशिनी, the Lord who is formless, the Lord who is beyond description, the one who is the redeemer of the distress of the fallen. उन परात्पर परमात्मा भगवान श्री राम हमारा प्रार्थना करता हूँ. Unto the feet of such an exalted and divine Lord, I offer my humble salutations. Hari Sri Ganeshaya Namah Shri Saraswati Sri Guru Charana Kamale Om Namah Shivaya. Ramaya Ramabhadram Ramachandra Raghunataya Natha Sita Pataye Karpuragadam Karunavataram Sansarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Manojavam Madatutulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Vadishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayotamokyam Sri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapate. Together, all of us. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
mind. So we're done. जेहि सुमिरत सिद्धि हो गणनायक करिवर रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ऊंचा नीचा एक समान सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ऊंच means high and niche means low, so ऊंचा नीचा एक समान. Bhagwan is called Samdarshi. Samdarshi means Lord does not see high and low and black and white and green and blue and Bhagwan rich and poor. Those who live in bungalow and those who live in kutia. What is that kutia? Long ago I used to have kutia. Little dirt houses, thatch roof. Mahal is, sometimes you hear the term mahal. Mahal means huge palace, huge house, palatial. And kutia means very simple, home. So ucha nicha. Bhagwan sees not difference in that. Doesn't look at whether devotee is wealthy or devotee is poor. So ucha nicha ek saman. In his eyes everybody is ek saman. Ek saman everybody is one. This is how God sees. Man sees differently. So that is why bhajan tells you ucha nicha ek saman. Sabko sanmati. Everything in this world, it's him. He's present in everything. Sabko sanmati de bhagwan. This is the Ram that we worship. This is the Ram that we sing. Ucha nicha ek saman sabko sanmati de bhagwan. Jai jai Raghupati Raghav Raja Raghupati, Raghu is family name. Raghukul or Raghus, the house of the Raghus. You know, like if you have your family's name, Samaru or Ramjatan or Maharaj or whatever it is, that's your family. You say that when you see meet that family from here, I is not a Ramjatan and I is a Samaru. So Raghukul, you know there's a constant bickering that you have. I is not Richards and I is James. So like that. His family name was Raghu, house of the Raghus. So Raghupati Rag, he is Raghu, he is the Raghupati, the lord of that house. Raghav Ram, Raghav is not a name of his. Raja Ram. Patit Pavan is Sita Ram. Patit Pavan means purest of the pure, burn off sins. That's why his name is chanted. Doesn't matter who you pray to, but when they pick your coffin up and they walk with that, what name they call? When we go to the cremation site and you walk with the coffin, what name you call? Ram. Ram Nam Satya. Yes. He is the Ram. This is the Ram that we worship. Same Ram Leela, same Ram that they mention in one of the yugas, return for Diwali, same Ram. So Patita Pavan means who is purifier of purifying things. Mai Patita Pavan ko Prabhu Shri Tumpati. I am a sinner, Lord, and I fall. But you are the one who redeems, you are the one who raises. That's why I pray to you. Sometimes we say a mantra, Papo ham papa karma ham papa atma papa shambhava trai mam pundarikaksha sarva papam. Lord, when we stand in front of the Murti of the Lord, they say, Bhagwan, I have a little bad habit and so I just commit a little wrongdoing. I just make mistake and I just do wrong things. So because of that, I just commit a little sin. But Lord, you is the burner of sin, so you and I have a good relationship. I go make a mistake, you will correct it. So this is relationship with God. Patita Pavan is Sitara. He is the Lord of Sita. So this is what we sing. Jai Jai Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram. Jai Jai Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram. Bhagwan this guy. Oh Jai Raghunandan Jai Ghanshyam अवत बिहारी राधेश रघुनंदन जय रघुनंदन कमजराम जय घनश्याम Sri Krishna Murti of Sri Krishna is here. You have Ram Murti here beta on this side. Sri Krishna Sri Ram. Krishna has flute in his hand. Ram has bow and arrow. Different manifestation, same God. There is not many gods. Ekam Sat, there is one God. One God only. Different manifestations across different periods of time. My friend Dilip is president of the temple. Piaro of the temple. He is senior teacher at Tunapuna Hindu. He works at Jagrati. He is a son. So many roles, one person. When he functions here, has nothing to do with his work life. Functions in the capacity of a temple. All of the avatars, same. Different periods in time, different forms come for one purpose. For establishing truth. For upholding what is right. So that's how they have many manifestations. One God. So, Jai Raghunandan, Jai Ghanesham. Raghunandan, arrow, bow and arrow. Lord, Neelam Bhujisham Malakomalangam Sita Samaropitavam Avangam Pano Mahasaya Kachap Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvansh. So this. But Sri Krishna is Ghansham, dark in color, has a flute. There's a beautiful excerpt in the beginning of the two secret Ramayana, this text that we read. Maharishi Tulsidas, Goswami Tulsidas, when he was unveiling and unfolding the glories of Sri Ram, and he was authoring, he had put pen to paper and he was authoring it. He had to go through many trials in his life, as we do. One day he went to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is home of Sri Krishna. And everybody know he's devotee of Bhagwan Shri Ram. So there was a satsang that was taking place. And everybody was chanting the name of Sri Krishna. Everybody was chanting Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai. So everybody chanting that. Tamana, yes. So they were all chanting that. Tulsidas walked in the middle. And he woke up. So when he woke up, everybody, you know, when the person coming up the corridor, you will see them as they pass you. So when everybody see them, everybody's singing Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai. And as he passed in, the rows getting quieter and quieter and quieter and quieter. And when he get to the front, everybody stopped singing. Everybody stopped singing. So there was great bhakt who used to run that temple by the name of Parashuram Mahant. So Parashuram, when he came, Tulsidas came in front of the murti of Sri Krishna and he bowed. But they don't know him to worship Sri Krishna. They know him to worship Bhagwan Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram. So Parashuram, who is sitting in front, tell me, he say, "Oh Tulsidas Mahmuni, oh great Tulsidas, जो अपने सामने की मूर्ति की बना के you stand up in front of the मूर्ति, but बाहर अंधड़ से, बाहर outside you bow in, और उस अंधड़ से के रूप नहीं है दिखते, but the form that you bow into outside, if that form is not inside your heart, तो मोड़क है, you're a fool. The form that you are looking at outside is not enshrined in your heart first, and you bow to it, you're not devotee. भक्त नहीं है वो तो मोड़क है. So Tulsidas put his hands together and in front of the murti of Bhagwan Sri Krishna he makes a little prayer. He said, Bhagwan, मैं तुम्हारा भक्त हूँ और मेरे हृदय से विश्वास को, पूरा विश्वास को करते हैं. I am a devotee of yours. And in my heart, I know that you are one and the same. You are no other. You are no different soul. You are the same God that I worship. You are the same God that I worship. If you are the Lord that I serve, show these bhaktas your real form. And while Tulsidas put his hands together, and he started chanting the name of Bhagwan Shri Ram. Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, Ram, Ram. Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, Ram. While he's chanting that, the Murti of Sri Krishna, the flute leave the hand. The
जिन्हीं परम प्रिय के सियापति रामचंद्र गिरा अर्थ जल बीच सम कहियत भिन्न न भिन्न बंदौ सीताराम पद जिन्हीं परम प्रिय के। जो शब्द और अर्थ तथा जल और तुरंत समान करते हैं. When we go to the banks of the ocean and we stand on the shore, some of us will say that the wave is hitting our feet. When you stand and you soak your foot in the water, some of us will say the wave is hitting our feet, and some will say the water is hitting our feet. Which one is it? Is it the wave or is it the water? What about the wave? The wave exists without the water, or the water exists without the wave? Which one? Right, so this is what Bhagavan says. Yes, the water is there, but the water can't touch your feet without the motion of the waves. So this is what is meant by Gida Jal Beach Samay. All those spoken of as two different concepts. It's one concept. Yes. So Bando Sita Ram Pada. So when I bow and I chant the name of Sita, or I chant the name of Ram. You know we do say Ram Sita, or we do say Trinidad. When you meet people, you say Sita Ram, yes. How come we don't say Ram Sita? Woman is boss.
That may be true, but Sita's name comes first. Sita is first. And that's a greeting that we share, I think, only once you meet somebody and they say Sitaram. The Minister of Education visited my school about 2 years ago. And when we asked her if she would, we took her to the office. She said, I don't want to stay in the office now. I want to go and meet the children. I said, all right, no problem. So when she went upstairs, one of the Form 1s had mathematics that was going on. But our kids, they don't say morning, they say Sitaram. And they have the habit of standing. So when she walked into the classroom and they stood and she looked, from the moment they walked in, they said Sitaram. Pleasantly surprised, she said Sitaram. She didn't say morning. She said Sitaram. So when she was walking, I said, Minister, you're familiar with the term? She said, of course, Mr. Maharaj. I live in Trinidad. She said, I live in Trinidad. I must know that when you greet, you say Sitaram. So that's a Trinidadian. Once you're Trinidadian Hindu, you can go anytime because most times our Indian brothers and sisters, if you meet them, they say Ram Ram. Or they will say Jai Shri Ram. They will say Jai Shri Ram. Or they will say Ram Ram. But when you meet a Trini, they tell you Sitaram. So Bhagavan says, Tulsidashi, great author, Bando Sita Ram Pada Jinapana Priyakin. Whether you chant the name of Sita or you chant the name of Ram, they are likened unto the waves and the water. Just as the wave and the water is intricately linked together, so is the name of the Lord, Shri Ram. That name that is upon the tip of our tongues. Tulsidashi writes first, very beautifully. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Mangal Ajada Pihan. Everyone. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. काशी मुक्ति हेतु उपदेशा। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
ओ महिमा जस जन गण राम प्रथम पूजित नाम प्रभाव। सबको बोलो
राम सिया राम
जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम
जय जय राम। ओ जान आदि कवि नाम प्रताप भय शुद्ध करी उड़ता जापो। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया
राम जय जय राम। सहस नाम सम सुनि शिव वाणी जपी जय पिया संग भवानी। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया
राम जय जय। Bando Ram Nam Raghuvar. I bow to the lotus-like feet of the name of the Lord, name which carries the power in it. Let me ask you a question. When you write checks, who do you write it in? Who's not somebody's name? Sometimes you write a check for somebody. Do you know the person? No? You don't? And if you're writing for a person who banks with another bank, right? Your bank does not know that person. What do they look for? Name. When you're doing a transfer, you must put in the account number, but you must also put in the name. Name is identifier. Power of name. God is the same. Whether you see or you don't see, power of the name of the Lord. So this is what Tulsidashi says. Maha mantra Joy Japata Mahesha. It's like a great mantra. Once you chant it, anything, once you chant it, that's why when you say Ram, easiest form, Ram. Japata Mahesha, Kashi Mukti Hetu Padesha. Even there's a beautiful saying that when you're ready to die, if you go to Kashi, Kashi is Varanasi, Banaras, dear Bhagwan Shankar, जिनका महिमा गणेश जी जानते हैं राम को प्रभाव से, that जिसके शिव जी जपते हैं, they say Lord Shiva even chants the name of Bhagwan Shri Ram. Such is the power and the greatness of it. What is the greatness in that? When you chant the name, the more chanting you do, that's why we clap. When you go to Mandir, the clapping creates a vibration. Chanting of the name forms a connection between you and God. That's the easiest way to start. If I tell you sit down here and close your eye and think about God, how much are we doing that? Some of us may, but for how long? Because so much things bother you. Mind is like, chanchal. So if I take that diya, if you look at that diya, the wick of that diya, as the breeze blows, so the flame goes. It bends according to the movement of the wind. That's our mind. We're not able to sit still, not able to keep the mind still for very long. Anybody has an idea of how many times you breathe for the day? How many breaths you take for the day? Anybody ever check? Do a count of how many times you breathe in and out? Have an idea? That might be hard. 21,600 times. From 6 in the morning to 6 the next morning. 21,600 times. That's the count that is given in the scriptures. This is called, what is this called? Mala. How much beads Mala has? How much beads Mala has? 108. Muslim brothers have what is called tasbih. It has 99. Those who follow Catholicism They have the rosary. Rosary has about 51. About 51. Tasbih has 99. Mala has 108. 108 multiplied by 2 is how much? 216. Divide 21,600 by 216. What do you get? Come on, I can do some simple math. My grandmother couldn't. She never go to school now, but she got a check good. You get 100. So for the day, this is how many times. But each breath you can call Ram, Ram, Ram. So in a given day of 24 hours, what Tulsidashi Mahamuni calls Ek Ghadi. 24 hours, you breathe 21,600. Out of that, how many times do you call God's name? That's one day. Multiply that by the amount of days of existence that you have up until now in your life. That will tell you the amount of breaths that you have taken. And what fraction of that is dedicated towards God. That's a simple way of looking at it. And the scriptures tell you that not a whole day. Ek ghadi ya do ghadi punya do ghadi. 24 minutes if you can. If not that, half of that, which is how much minutes? 12. If not 12, half of that, which is how much? 6. If not that, half of that, which is how much? 3. And if not that, half of that, which is how much? A minute and a half. How much seconds is that? 90. And if not half of that, how much is that? 45 seconds. If you pray to God sincerely for that amount of time, you would have done well. And look at it. 45 seconds in 24 hours. So this is why, Bhagwan. It's hard. It's difficult. Even if you were to look at how much time your mind thinks of God, it's difficult. So mind is said to be like the flame. It moves here, there, and everywhere. So the easiest thing, by chanting, by singing the name, that's why jap. We recommend to do jap because it helps to stabilize the mind. When mind is stabilized, you become focused. When you become focused, you achieve. Whatever you set yourself to gain, you achieve. But without this mind being able to control, without this mind being controlled or being attempted, we make an attempt to bring it under, we cannot focus. And once we cannot focus, success wouldn't come. The root of that is mind. And keeping mind firm, the root of keeping the mind in check, Ram, the name of Sri Ram, the name of God. That's why every day our parents, our old people used to tell you, get up, light a diya, put a flowers, do something for God. That is what helps us. This is what makes us good human beings. So this is why Bhagwan says that even Sri Bhagwan Shankar, he chants the name. Ram, 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 Bolo, Ram, Ram, Ram. Ram, 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 Bolo, Ram, Ram, Ram. Ram, 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 Bolo. Jani Adi Kavi Nama Prabhavo, Mahesh Shuddha Kari, Ulta Japo. आदि कवि महर्षि वाल्मीकि जी के राम नाम के प्रताप जानते हैं, जो उल्टा नाम को मरा मरा जप कर शुद्ध हो गए. Valmiki is great saint. His life before he was Ratnakar. He was a highway robber. He used to earn his living by stealing from others and by plundering others. One day he went to do that, and while he was on the road he met with two variations you hear. Sometimes you hear he met with Narad, and sometimes you hear that he met with the Saptarishis. Some sages, some saints, some holy men were walking along the path and he met with them. So he proceeded to rob them. But sadhuna, saints, what they will have? They don't have possessions. So when he proceeded to steal from them, one of them stopped and they asked him, he wanted to, in addition, when he finished robbing them, he wanted to kill them. So one asked him, they said, before you do that, we go let you do it, but before you do it, I want you to do something. What you doing this for? He said, well, this is how I take care of my family. This is how I take care of my loved ones. So they tell him, go home. We will remain, but go home and ask those who you are doing it for, which one of them will do this for you. So he had quite a number of children and his wife, so he went home. Thoughts stick in his mind. It takes one moment to change your life. It takes one moment. So he went home, and when he showed his wife what he stole for the day, he asked her what they asked him. He said, you know what I do for a living? And he began to share with her what he does. He asked her, he said, would you do this for me? She didn't answer. So when he brought his children one by one and he put them to sit, and he shared with them what he did to take care of them, he asked them, he said, if roles were reversed and you had to do this to take care of me, would you do that? Nobody gave an affirmative answer. Nobody said yes. And he was doing this for them. And that hurt him. It hurt him to so much that he changed his life immediately. So he went back. And they were waiting for him because they knew that's the power of company. That is what is called Sang, Satsang, association. That is what is called Sang. And they told him, they asked him, did you ask? He said yes. Did you get an answer? Because they told him, they said, if you come back and they say they will do it for you, we'll allow you to kill us. He couldn't answer. He couldn't answer. And that caused him to change his life. So he gave up that way of life, and he told them, he said, I want to teach me how to change my life. So he wasn't too bright. He wasn't the best of persons. He was illiterate. So when they tried to teach him, he couldn't. They realized that this fella is going to be a hard nut to crack. So they found the easiest way for him. One of them told him, say Ram. He couldn't say it. When they tell him, say Ram, it's a Mara. Ram reverse means, Ram reverses Mara. Mara means, or Mara means to kill. That's what he knew. That was his profession. So this is why Tulsidashi writes, Jo ulta naam Mara, Mara. Ram, R-A-M, if you turn it around, Ram is long A. In Hindi, Ram. So we will see R-A-M, but the A is a long A. It's R, Ram. So when you turn around Ram, he used to say Mara, 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 Mara. When he started to say it fast, it became Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. It became Ram. Mara became Ram. And that changed his life. In so much that it changed his life, he became a recluse, a hermit. And chanting the name again and again. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Chanting the name again and again. One day, while he became a saint, a hermit, changed his life. And one day while he went to the river, he built a little cottage on the banks of a river. He went into the river to take a bath and to do his puja. And a hunter was close by. there were 2 crouch. Crouch is like a huge stork. Bird that is like an egret. You know the white garland? You know egret is called garland? All you know that? Yes. Only people we age go know garland. Long ago, they used to leave the swamp and fly in flocks all the way down south. I don't know if you all remember that. When you drove along the highway, you would see them flying in lines. They would head south in the morning, and in the evening from about 4:30, 5 o'clock, they will fly back north. Anybody remember seeing that? Yes? Remember seeing that? No, you don't see it anymore because their species have dwindled because of deforestation and all that. But long ago, when I was growing up as a little boy, and I lived Chagonas, and they used to leave the swamp, Caroni swamp, and they would fly. They fly in a line all the way down. They would come down to feed past Chagonas. If I lived Chagonas, they used to pass there, and they would go down. And in the evening, you would see them flying back in a line again. That's how. Well, the proper name is white egret, but we know them as garling. And they would fly and they would go back. See how times have changed? Even for their species. So the crouch was there, and male and female crouch was together. And a hunter hid, and he shot the female and killed her. And the male started to grieve. And Valmiki saw this. And from his lips, a Sanskrit slok was uttered. You are talking about a man who was never trained, a man who had no exposure to language, and it just unfolded from his lips. Goddess Saraswati Mata sat in him, and that became the first line of poetry. So in the beginning of Jana Adi Kavi Nam Pratapo, he's called Adi Kavi. He's called the first poet. Why? He's first untrained poet. He has no knowledge on the vernacular of Sanskrit, but he was able to compose the Valmiki Ramayana with 100,000 Sanskrit sloks because of the name of Ram. This is what God does for us. When God touches your life, God inspires and God changes, causes a change in your life. But you have to make the first step. Old English proverb we teach from small when we used to teach common entrance. Dilip and I work primary school. Well, he's returned, but I remain. God helps those who help them. Yep. He'll put it in front of you. But don't expect him to bring it and feed you. Get up and go get. He will be there with you. So this is Ulta Naam Japte Hain. Valmiki chanted the name inverted. Ulta means wrong side. Valmiki chanted the name wrong side. Japahi Je Piya Sang Bhavani. O Bhava, He Parvati, apne pati Shiv Ji ke saath Ram Naam ka jap karte hain. This is the greatness of the name. That's why we sing. There's an old bhajan that we sing now. Hai ho Ram se milan kab ho Andeswara jale. Hai ho Ram se milan kab ho Andeswara. Jagrat swapna sujota turaiya. Jagrat swapna sujota turaiya. Jito Ram mile, ad jito Ram mile. Andeswara hai ho Ram se milan kab ho Andeswara. I ho Ram Simila. This is the Ram that I grieve to meet. In Kaba Ho Milan, sir. When would I meet him? Soul. Soul is inside of the body, and soul is saying that. Body is enjoying the things of the world. Body is lost in the creation of God. But soul is inside, uttering its own prayer. That, oh Lord, when would I get the opportunity? Kaba Ho Ram Milan. When would I get the opportunity to meet with you? When would I get the opportunity? So this is the Ram, of course, that is mentioned. That's why chanting Have to change? Start simple. Start a little bit. You can't do a lot. Little. Start by being in the company. Start by chanting the name. Simple things. Take one day for the week. Choose one day for the week. Fast that day. Do some devotion that day. And then from there start. Try to maintain that every week. And start there. See how your life changes. This is what Bhagwan urges us. As we go down in age and as we move from one age to another, in as much as we acquire the things of this world, we need to live. We need to survive. We need to work. We need to earn. We need to have enjoyments and comforts, and we need to travel the world and see things and do things. And we need to work for money. But we also need to remember that we have a soul. And that soul needs to go back to God. So in line, Bhagwan doesn't say stop your life. No, don't stop your life. Together with your life, find some time. Devote some time to God. When you have done this, then truly, of course, when the time comes, then Bhagwan is there to take care of us. Barashade Toda Gopati Bhagati Tulsi Sali Sudas Rama Tulsi Sali Sudas Rama Nam Bar Varna Joga Savana Vadava Mas Siya Pati Ram Chandra Padane Sharanam Badashadi Podagopati Tulsi Sali Sudas. That devotion for Ram is like the rainy season for Tulsi Dasri. His faithful servants are the rice that grows there. And the name of Ram and Sita, of course, are the ones like Savan and Bhadu. Blessed indeed are those who remember God throughout the course of your lives. And this is where I leave you this evening. I want to say many, many blessings to young Johan for doing this. And of course, for remembering Bhagwan. Make no mistake, my dear friends, we all need that divinity at some point in our lives. We all need that, whether it be through our happy moments, through our sad moments, whether we think that God is real or unreal or He doesn't exist, so we don't need to do that. One day in your life, you are going to end up in a position where He will be the only hope. Life doesn't sail. Even if it's the moment before your death, it happens. Because you see the moment that you lie down there, and when that life ready to come out, it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter who you know, where you work, who is around you, what you have, what you don't have. It is only you and your Maker. So even at that moment, you still require the grace of Bhagwan. May Bhagwan's blessings be, of course, with each and every one of you, and may Bhagwan continue to guide you and your families, your loved ones, and take you along the righteous path. Ek baar bolo Shreyo Dhyapati Raja Ramachandra ki jai. Let me pass over to Johan, and then of course we will have our final arati.
Testing. Officiating Vyas, Pandit Navin Umarat Maharaj, Pandit Rajiv Maharaj, who had to leave us this evening, executive members of the Mandir, family, friends.
Today I am indeed humbled to stand before you in celebration of my 25th Janmadin. My heart is indeed filled to see each and every one of you here today. Now, this satsang has been a desire of mine for quite some time, but I saw it fitting to have it this time as a form of gratitude to Bhagwan, who has richly blessed my family and I. Panditji
Discourse, and I know he spoke to each and every one of us here this evening. You know, when I initially asked Panditji to officiate, without hesitation, he agreed. And especially during this busy time of the year, and especially balancing the many hats, and I emphasize the many hats that Panditji wears. He agreed. So, Dhanyavad Panditji for fulfilling my wish today and for being here. To Pandit Rajiv, thank you for being here and for conducting the puja. And to the Kirtan group, Darrell, his Dulahin, and the new recruits for this evening, thank you for taking the time off of your busy schedule to be here and for gracing us with your presence and with your talent. To the executive and the members of the Mandir, I must express my sincerest gratitude. To the president of the Mandir, Shamin, who could not be here today. And special mention must be made to the executive members, Anjani, Mala, Andy, Ado, and Dilip. Without your assistance today could not have been possible. You know, on occasions like this, I remember and I reminisce on my grandparents who played a pivotal role in my life and in my development. And I know that they are with me every step of the way. To my, likewise, my father, I know he would have been eager to be here today. And I know that he wherever he is, in the arms of Lord Krishna, I know that he is resting. You know, he would look at Panditji on television, sometimes forced, but he would look on and he would ask questions. He may not understand everything, but he would continually ask questions. And, you know, he embraced everything that I wanted to do. To my mother, there's no words that I could express to thank her. It is because of her love, her support, her motivation, and all the sacrifices that she has made for myself and my brother that I am where I am today. So Ma, thank you for being my #1 supporter and for always being there for me. To my brother, you know, we butt heads at time, but you know, he is there when he's called upon. And I must give my gratitude to him. To each and every one of you, thank you for taking the time off of your busy schedule. I know it is a very busy time, and the fact that you took the time to be here today, it means a lot to me. And to each and every one of you, and you know who you are, who are there for my family, time and time again, we express our heartfelt appreciation. Bhojan has been prepared for each and every one of you, so please do stay back and partake. I thank you once again, and I will now hand you back over to Panditji. Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Johan, and indeed, blessed are we. You know, when he mentioned that his dad is no longer here, you know, but he still wants to listen to Satsang. Indeed, you know, blessed are children like that who think of, you know, their fathers, their parents, in birth or in death. This is our duty as children to remember our parents. What parents do for you, you can't repay that in births. Whatever parent does for you, these are blessings that, you know, wherever they are, whether they are alive or they are not, their blessing is always with you. You know, so when he asked, he mentioned to me, you know, this is still, Satsang is very great for souls, for his soul. So before we close this evening and before I invite you to stand, he wanted me to utter a little prayer for the soul of his father. So I want you to sit upright and just a few verses of beautiful benediction wherever that soul is, that may Bhagwan Sri Krishna take care of him. Hare Om Atasi Pushpa Sangasham Pitavasa Samachyutam Ye Namasyante Govinda Natesham Vidyate Vayam Krishna Krishna Kripalu Tvamagate Nam Gatera Bhava Sansar Navamagnanam प्रसीद पुरुषोत्तम जितं ते पुंडरीकाक्ष नमस्ते विश्वभावन नमस्तुभ्यं ऋषिकेश महापुरुष पूर्वजा ऊर्ध्वमूलं अदाशाकं शतं प्रारभ्यं छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्. All of us together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, He Ram. Ayodhyapati Ramachandra ki Jai. Bhagwan's blessings to you. With these few words, let me invite you to stand. We have Shotarthi and then of course our closing. Yani kanisya papani janmantar kritani cha तानि तानि विनश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणा प्रदे प्रदे आरति श्री रामायण के कीरति गावत ब्रह्मा गावत ब्रह्मा बाल्मीक सुख बरनी पवन सुत आरती श्री रामायण जी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति तन मन धन को सर्वस तन मन धन को सर्वस सदयश सामद सबदी बोलो आरती श्री संतत गावत शंभो भवानी परिपूर्णं तदास्तु मे शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविधताप निवारण विभो भज जनेश्वर यादव पाइमा शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे हरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धु स सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेवं शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। गणपति गणेश भगवान की, अयोध्यापति राजा रामचंद्र की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की साध के दंडवत सकल पंच के जय जय। Kindly take your seats. Thank you so much for being here. I will pass you over to Dilip, but before I do that, I want to thank Ravi and Brian tremendously this evening. My brothers, thank you. I hope it is the first of many yet to come. Ravi, of course, is no stranger. He used to play dholak for the late Pandit Ravindranath Maharaji, Pandit Ravin. And Brian is one of our colleagues in education. Brian, you're still at, no, you're in Durham now? What school? Freeport Hindu. Brian is at Freeport Hindu School. His Dulahin Reshma is still in teaching as well. Where is she? Durham? Yeah, she's at Durham. So Brian and I think we would have gotten, well, he just have a little more year service than I do, or we probably have the same amount of service. He's a teacher like myself, one of my colleagues in education. I want to thank both of them tremendously, and to my good friend Daryl. Daryl multitasking this evening. He's doing guitar and vocal and harmonium, and his Dulahin Gatel, who is a teacher together with us as well. So I want to say God's blessings. Thank you so much to these wonderful troupe of musicians, to our sound system. Thank you very much. Let me cross over to Dilip.
Thank you very much, and of course a wonderful discourse by Pandit Navin Omedat Maharaj. Thank you very, very much, certainly on behalf of members of the family. And once more, it's a great blessing to have you with us here at the Lakshmi Narayan Bhakti Mandali. So of course, we are continuing with birthday celebrations. Johan, yes, your family, they have come together to surprise you with this element, something I'm not too sure that you were expecting it, but of course, happy, happy birthday to you. So of course, we'll have you lighting up the candles, and of course, Daryl will be singing. Beautiful voice indeed. I'm sure you would have enjoyed the wonderful music accompaniment. We'll be hearing more from them, because in terms of feeding, we'll be feeding in 2 batches. All right, so those who have to leave immediately, you all can go first, about 36, and then we'll take the other batch. But trust me, some beautiful music, musical entertainment as we progress through the night. So, pass you on to Daryl and group.
बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तुझे हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू। हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू। बेकरार हो के दामन थाम लूं मैं किसका, बेकरार हो के दामन थाम लूं मैं किसका, क्या मिसाल दूं मैं तेरी माँ, जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। झोली फैलाए करे, झोली फैलाए करे, मैया भंडार भरो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। तू है दयालु मैया ममता भरी, लाखों दुखियों की तूने विपदा हरे। तू है दयालु मैया ममता भरी, लाखों दुखियों की तूने विपदा हरे। हम भी आए शरण तिहारी, हम भी आए शरण तिहारी, हम पे दया करो ध्यान धरो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। आई दिवाली आई दीपक जले, तेरे कृपा हो तो सभी फूले फले। आई दिवाली आई दीपक जले, तेरे कृपा हो तो सभी फूले फले। हम भी आए शरण तिहारी, सुख संपत्ति से घर भर जाए, सुख संपत्ति से घर भर जाए। इतना सा उपकार करो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। झोली फैलाए करे, झोली फैलाए करे, मैया भंडार भरो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। जय महालक्ष्मी माँ, नया मेरे पार करो। नया मेरे पार करो, नया मेरे पार करो।
Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.